Hermano del terrón, güey, qué locura. Qué locura.
Hello, officer.
Marzo del año 51. Estamos en marzo, güey.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale
Voy a
armor,
decirle los
sparkling.
que ya le había dicho, güey.
This is the sparkle of 2 lonely nights out.
Agentes de militar.
No.
The young woman, officer, could be an artistic statement. A claim.
No. You're a police? I am, yes. Unless you've been here for 3 days. Couldn't say.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk?
Aquí
She
me
must
quedé,
have
¿verdad?
heard something.
Creo que aquí fue donde me quedé, güey. Porque no recuerdo ser policía, ni cualquier otra cosa.
Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Como si su belleza se marchitara más rápido de lo que debería a su edad. Hazle saber lo que deseas físicamente, no, güey. ¿Esto qué? Puede que no sepa dónde estoy, quién soy o que es un Koplushkin, aunque sepa cómo suena.
She nods.
Asiente. Pero sé cuando alguien no me cuenta toda la historia que hago aquí, en qué caso estoy trabajando.
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops.
¿Por qué no me lo has dicho antes?
I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
¿Quién en su sano juicio me permitiría ser agente de la ley?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Literal.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Yes?
Tu habitación está casi pegada a la mía. ¿Escuchaste algo anoche? Esta es buena, güey.
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
¿Tuve visita?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Música disco muy alta.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Oh.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Estuve cantando esto, enseñarle el estuche vacío de Smallest Church in the Saints.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also... Okay. The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she's not from around here. She's from Aranye, another part of the world.
Otra parte del mundo es extranjera, güey. Dime, estamos en el año 51.
It's 51.
¿Qué siglo? ¿Qué siglo?
The current century?
¿Y cuál es? ¿Qué número?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
Entonces, ¿cuántos siglos han pasado?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
8,000 años. ¿Qué es tan gracioso?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. Glad to have been of assistance.
Qué loco, güey. El cigarro no. Se ha dejado una rica colilla en el cenicero. Todavía está humeando. Está cerrado.
The door is closed.
No. No le va a molestar más. Es la edición de fin de semana del periódico satírico Trompe la Monde. Ok, vámonos. Una atril. Es el atril para la letra. El micrófono, ¿no? Un gran micrófono de karaoke a la espera de que alguien se arranque a cantar. El lector está conectado a la radio. La música está empeñada por la estática.
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Mi alma es inmensa, moderada, modesta. El contenido cúbico de mi alma se encuentra sepultado por la resaca,
Of
literal.
course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
Esto cuadra con una teoría que estoy desarrollando. Que soy una superestrella caída en desgracia, en decadencia, ¿no? ¿Qué debería cantar si se diera el caso?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Estaba pensando en que tal vez podría cantar algo alegre, como por ejemplo de algo de Oh Oh, ¿no?
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first, though.
La hora
The
del
one
karaoke.
upstairs is destroyed. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
Necesito un disco, güey. Para cantar el karaoke tendrás que encontrar primero una cinta trágica. Una cinta trágica y después reproducirla en un magnetófono portátil para aprenderte la letra. Cuando estés listo, pide a la gerente de Whirling que te deje actuar. Preferiblemente por la noche cuando haya más gente en el bar. Ok, tenemos que hacernos de una cinta. Ok.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
¿Eres el camarero?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Entendido.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Isola insulíndica. Ok.
The small steel tag says as much. The great skua, Stegosaurus skua.
Eso es un págalo grande, ¿a que sí?
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Bueno, si no quiere hablar conmigo, güey, ¿qué lo va a hacer? Solo tiene escrita la palabra lunes, el resto se está borrado. El menú. El menú de ayer lo escribió una mujer, el de hoy tiene la letra de hombre. Ush. Mira, este pendejo es el otro, güey. Vislumbras parafernalia del sindicato, un cartel de huelga y unos banderines rojos. Puerta está cerrada con llave, un letrero dice cocina reservada para personas hasta las 1 de la tarde. Comedor reservado para los miembros del sindicato, apertura 4 de la tarde. Una máquina de pinball royal está desconectada. Ahora no quiero hablar con estos todavía.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to
¿Qué
full-flavor
caracteriza al
cigarettes,
legitimismo?
clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Vaya, ¿dónde saca una corona así? La idea de un rey un siglo ya pasado me resulta fascinante.
The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia,
Nostalgia finicular.
pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
No tengo nada más que hacer, ¿verdad? Me hay un borrachito ahí, güey. La puerta de verano es cerrada para el invierno, ¿ok? No está traducido eso. No, con ella no quiero hablar. Quiero hablar con este güey. No te da ron. Mira, hay algunas cosas que no están traducidas, ¿eh? El hombre está durmiendo en la mesa. Sí, como que el vato vende árboles, ¿no?
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
Se supone que debería estar en inglés, güey. No debería, ¿verdad? Un colorido trozo de plástico cuelga de su mosquitón. Hace que se... se te incomoden los dedos.
On
No
the
sé.
counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Rodeado de su mano abierta ves un blister de medicina para el dolor de cabeza. Recoger las pastillas. Inspecciona el trozo de plástico de su mosquetón. 17%. desafiarlo, o sea, despertarlo. No creo, güey. Voy a recoger las pastillas.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Al hombre no le importa. Probablemente lo necesites más que él.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Acabas de recoger un poco de magnesio. Este objeto te permite para... Dios, se almacena en la esquina inferior izquierda de la pantalla encima del retrato de tu personaje. Usa magnesio para curar tu moral. Oh shit, si tienes daño moral. If you have moral damage. Inspecciona una pieza de plástico de su mosquetón o despertarlo. A ver, voy a inspeccionarlo.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Es una identificación de trabajador de muelle que funciona como tarjeta de turno. Un permiso de trabajo. Un hombre joven y sano te mira fijamente desde la foto. Santiago S. John. Inspecciona la pieza de su mosquetón. Ya lo hice, ¿no? Uy. Me arriesgo. Voy a guardar.
The worker is in a deep slumber. You fumble with the spring-loaded gate of the carabiner.
Fuck.
But to no effect.
¿Y si lo cargo? Oh, porque a veces me cambió el idioma, güey. What the fuck. Putas. ¿Qué? Ahí está, ¿no? Y yo traduciéndolo a lo pendejo, yo pensé que era un bug, pero no.
The worker is in a deep slumber. Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate.
Él con una tarjeta de identificación de plástico y una cartera de cuero. ¿Y el hombre?
Pocketbook. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know.
Probar el
Better be
documento.
quick. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and
El
pocket
hombre
it.
sigue roncando.
Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document.
Pasar los dedos por la cartera y coger lo que hay adentro.
You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Ah, uy.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
¿Una hora?
Sweet Lord, a whole hour. And you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself.
Saben ello en secreto todo el tiempo.
There he is, the old boy, the devil. You rascal, you. Let's celebrate right now by licking that stain off the counter. Do it.
No.
It'll be wild.
Lo hago, güey. No sé. No.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then.
¿Cómo que persona aburrida, güey? Esos estándares aquí, ¿no?
Get your drink on and your act together.
Pégate un lingotazo, no tarea. Consíguete un trago y vuelves a ser persona.
plucks at the seabird.
Claro, güey. Él no es el camarero, ¿verdad? Una tarjeta de turno estándar para trabajadores portuarios que hace las veces el permiso de trabajo a la esquina inferior derecha. La muestra de imagen de... No te parece nada a él, que lo sepas. La resaca te está matando. Tienes que mantener la raya. Encuentra una botella de alcohol, ponla en tu mano y deja que fluya la magia.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting. Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your...
Necesito ir con mi compa.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Comisaría del Distrito 57. Usted debe ser de la 41.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Inventarte un nombre. La verdad es que no recuerdo mi nombre, güey. Yo siempre voy a ser honesto.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Interrogatorios.
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
Pues no.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
¿Cadáver?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Pero es que no puedo recordar nada.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Todo es en marcha, güey. Bueno. O sea, yo sé lo que tenemos que hacer. ¿Cómo estás seguro de que soy policía? Obviamente soy policía. Si te dije que no soy un agente de policía de verdad, sí soy un policía de verdad, ¿no?
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Mierda, güey. Lo que iba a buscar.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
Me pones un trago.
No, you cannot.
Officer, I was thinking more along the lines of your name.
Todavía estoy barajando algunos nombres.
Fantastic.
Como cuando dejas tu grupo de música, pero todavía necesito un número artista en solitario.
That's wonderful. Really, I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call
Al
Miss Sylvie
Sylvie.
later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Ya, preguntas, déjamelo a mí.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him.
¿Dónde está el cadáver
People give
exactamente?
up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't
Es
know?
cierto. Antes has dicho que lo colgaron en el árbol en plural. ¿Quiénes?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals, the customers, the people who
Uy, se
eat
está
here,
poniendo
a lot
nervioso.
of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Lo mataste tú, no creo, güey. Tengo otra pregunta.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
¿Por qué se marchó Sylvie?
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Oh, shit. No te debo una mierda.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
130.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
The cafeteria manager stands silently, looking at the coppers on the counter before him. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have. There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. you don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
¿Qué es esto, loco? Rebobinemos, reconstruyamos tus dos pasos de vuelta a casa. Salta al puente levadizo del canal. Al suroeste aquí, cáete, levántate, sal del asfalto. Unos 20 minutos arrastra los pies por los patios, lo cual asustará a los niños pequeños. Pasa por debajo de las 881, la gran carretera elevada, hasta llegar a la de Divine Eminent, en la zona norte de Jamrock. Las calles siguen congeladas en esta época del año, cubiertas de una fina capa de hielo. A través de una principal de esta predicción, ahí en el barro un callejón lateral se distinguen tus huellas. Interiorizar. Duración de la investigación 6 horas. Pagar el estropicio. ¿Quién denunció el crimen? Bueno. Tenemos que salir, ¿no? ¿Para dónde se sale, güey? Para acá. Sí. What the hell? Bueno, vamos a dejarlo aquí. Guardar partida. Cargar. 023. Ok.